What's up, America? Donald Trump has conceded defeat in the November midterm elections. Yes, so I've been talking about how the Republicans will be losing the midterm elections for about 7 straight months. And people keep saying that the Democrats are going to lose. The Republicans will have a victory, which I've been saying is absolute bullshit for over 6 months. But Donald Trump has now conceded defeat to Democrats for the November elections, stating that Americans are not mad at him, they're mad at Republicans. And that's definitely true. We definitely are mad at Republicans. We're also mad at Democrats as well. But we're also mad at Donald Trump because he did not live up to his promises. We did not get a stimulus check whatsoever. We did not get tariff rebate money whatsoever. Major corporations got the tariff rebate money after we paid higher prices at the stores because the companies said they had to pay more because of tariffs. But then they get the refund and we still paid more, plus they get extra double dip money. Doge didn't work out, not much corruption ended there. The one good thing Donald Trump did was he closed the border and he got a bunch of illegals to stop coming over. Other than that, not really a lot happened. The big beautiful bill kind of failed and kind of flopped. We had a bigger hope for that. But it looks like the Democrats will be kicking the shit out of the Republicans, and a great deal of socialists will also be coming through the pipeline. And Donald Trump can say you're not mad at him, but we're actually mad at the whole political process. Had you worked on affordability, coming after people in the Epstein files, and a stimulus check, probably would have won the midterm elections. But you didn't do any of those things whatsoever, so you're going to lose the midterm elections, and you deserve it right up your ass. Now, are Democrats going to fix anything? No, absolutely not. They're going to put lawsuits on the Trump administration and try to impeach him. And that's all they're going to do. Nothing else. They're not going to work on affordability. They're not giving you a stimulus check, and prices aren't going to come down under Democrats. As a matter of fact, they'll stay the same and go up. But you see, orange man bad resist. That's all they have, and that's what you're going to be seeing once again. So your plans and hopes of a better America die with thunderous applause against Donald Trump as Democrats take back over and will usher in a new era of American socialism that'll make most Americans poorer than they've ever been in their entire existence. Welcome to hell, fuckfaces. Probably should have worked on affordability, shouldn't you? You made the billionaires rich. That's wonderful. Now you're fucked politically for the next 4 to 8 years minimum. Suck a dick, dumb shit.
I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't know how everybody is not out in the streets right now today as mad as you can possibly be. Donald Trump just negotiated with himself, with his personal attorney, the one who he publicly said is the only reason he's not in jail is because of this guy who's now the acting attorney general, because we can't have a real one because it's all so corrupt. He just negotiated with Trump for Trump to drop his $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS because it wouldn't stand up in court because there's no evidence, there's no crime, there's no reason for it at all. So it's totally a frivolous lawsuit. But because he's kind enough to drop it, me, the American taxpayers are going to give Donald Trump $1.776 billion to hand out to the people that tried to overthrow our democracy on January 6th. He is using your money to pay people convicted of crimes for trying to stop your vote from counting. How are you not furious?
Holy shit, you guys. Donald Trump is losing his most important, most loyal, biggest base, rural voters. And mind you, what I'm about to tell you is a poll conducted by Fox News. There has been a 34% swing for Donald Trump by his loyal base, the rural base. It went from plus 20 in early 2025 when he first took office all the way down into the negatives, a negative 14. And when you isolate it to just rural white voters, it went from plus 27 early 2025 to negative 6. He's underwater. 71% of rural voters disagree with how he's been handling the economy. They wonder if they even matter to him. I can't believe it's taken this many years and so many fucking clear signs for them to realize that. So this is the big question. How is it going to affect midterms? Are they going to flip? Are they just going to not vote? This is a big question. So this is huge.
This is the worst day of Donald Trump's presidency and the biggest scandal in American presidential history, or at least it should be. And I know the bar is already set very high on both accounts. In one day, Donald Trump managed to steal $1.7 billion of taxpayer money to pay off his loyalist cronies and made the American military look weak and feckless. This morning, Donald Trump's lawyers filed a motion to dismiss his $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS. They also settled for $1.7 billion. $1.7 billion taxpayer dollars that would be used to set up a slush fund to reimburse loyalists and those wrongly accused and convicted in the 6th of January trials. Any other president at any other time, this would be career ending. And now neither the media or politicians on either side are really doing anything about it. They're barely even noticing. Then he gets on social media and announces proudly that he canceled planned military operations in Iran at the request of much smaller neighboring countries in the region. Do you think any other president at any other time would have given two shits about what any other country had to say? And don't get me wrong. I do not support the ongoing actions in Iran at all. We should never be over there. But I'm talking from an American military standpoint. He made the United States look weak like that. And he's proudly announcing it on the internet. Could you imagine if Barack Obama had announced on Twitter that, you know what, we're not going to do that raid into Pakistan because, they just don't want us to do it. Seriously, think about it.
Americans are loud, they're obnoxious, you hear them before you see them, our accents are jarring, I get it, okay, I get the criticism, but I think a lot of y'all are doing entirely too much, because tell me why I was on a public beach yesterday in the chair that I paid for, talking on the phone to my sister in a very quiet voice and very self-aware. If I was talking loud, I wouldn't even making this video, because I'll be like, no, I was dead wrong, I was screaming into the phone. For context, this is what the beach club looked like it was very empty, there was really only one person sitting in front of me, so I'm talking to my sister in a very appropriate tone on the phone, and out of nowhere, the woman that's sitting in front of me comes up to me the most rude, condescending way, goes, just letting you know, I can hear every word you're saying. And I think she wanted me to be embarrassed and be like, oh no, you hurt my private conversation. Girl, I will literally set up my phone right now and trauma dump and tell this entire story and post it on my TikTok for the whole internet to see. You got the wrong one. I do not give a fuck. I'm like, okay. She goes, are you done on the phone or are you gonna continue? Because I'm gonna move over there if you're gonna continue. I looked at this woman dead in the face and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna continue. And she looked so puzzled. She was like, she genuinely thought I was gonna hang up the phone and be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Girl, I'm on a public beach in the chair that I paid for. Mind you, there's nobody around except for you. And then I just kept staring at her and she was like, okay. And then walked back to her chair, sat the fuck down and did not move. And I continued to talk on the phone. Okay, so I called your bluff. Also, why are you telling me that? Okay, move. Why are you threatening me with that? I don't know you. If it's really bothering you that bad, then yeah, you should move. The whole beach club was empty. You could go to any of the other chairs. You go on the other side. You get far as fuck away from me. Then, genuinely 30 minutes later, this woman pulls out her phone and starts having a whole conversation. Exact same volume I was. Also, the entitlement of thinking you could go up to a random stranger and tell them that they need to hang up the phone on a public beach. Who are you? Don't know what happened. Only explanation I can think of was she heard my American accent and just was annoyed and associated it with someone being loud and obnoxious and was oh, I don't want to hear this bitch talking. Truly, it does not make sense. Get the criticisms, I really do, I understand it, but a lot of y'all are just doing too much.
Donald Trump and the Republican Party are absolutely terrified that they are going to lose these midterm elections, which means they will then be held accountable for everything that they have done. It will also stop them from doing more harm to this country. A Trump official has even said that if the Democrats win this November, then Donald Trump's term is ultimately over. They are shaking in their boots, though, because elections that have been taking place this past year have not been going in their favor, especially this past week. Let's just look at Michigan, where a Trump-backed candidate lost their race to somebody that had previously dropped out. There have also been really great flips for seats in red states in positions that Trump had previously won. This could signal that people are over the Trump era of politics and that this November could be a huge sweep in the opposite direction of him.
A couple weeks ago, before Todd Blanche was confirmed as the U.S. Attorney General, Trump said there were no avenues to the anti-weaponization fund. And then a couple days before he was confirmed, he signed a document that said the anti-weaponization fund was dead. And I said, they'll find a way, watch. And lo and behold, what did Trump say this morning?
The anti-weaponization fund, do you think it's still alive at this point? And are there any options that you're looking at to perhaps...
Well, that'll be up to Todd Blanche, who's our new, and who will be, I think, a great Attorney General. Yeah, please.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but if I heard her correctly, she said the anti-weaponization fund, is it still alive? And are you guys looking at other options? He did not say there are no other options. It is dead. We are done with. But that's exactly what they said at Todd Blanche's hearing before the confirmation. Yet again, lying to the American people to get what they want. This is the pattern of the Trump administration. When are you guys going to wake up?
Trust me on this, folks. One day we're going to wake up. We're not going to have to deal with Donald Trump anymore. We're not going to have to listen to his sexist, racist, divisive, disgusting rhetoric. We're not going to have to see his disgusting, bloated, orange, pumpkin-coated face. We're just not going to have to deal with him because he's going to be out of politics. I don't know where he's going to be. Maybe he'll be at Mar-a-Lago just scarfing down fucking Big Macs all day long, making himself fat and happy. But we're not going to have to deal with him anymore. Trust me, I guarantee it. And you know why? Because America is so much greater and better than he is. And we didn't last 250 years only to be destroyed by some disgusting, third-rate, carnival-barking reality TV show host. That day is coming. It's coming soon. Trust me. Check out my podcast, The Back Room with Andy Ostroy, wherever you get your podcasts, and check out my writing at substack.com/@AndyOstroy.
I have been in America now for 14 years, 14 amazing years, 14 years of growth, 14 years of a complete and utter roller coaster ride. During those 14 years, I've been able to live in 6 different states. I've been able to travel to more than 30. I found my wife, who's the best person in the world. I found my faith in Jesus, which has been the best thing that has ever happened. Because without Jesus, what do you have? I'm able to do a job that I absolutely love and it impacts other people in a really positive way. I can't believe where I am. I never would have thought it 14 years ago. I managed to go through college and get an undergrad degree and get 2 master's degrees, which I'm as surprised as you are because I've never been the smartest person in the room, but with hard work, discipline, and 100% effort, things are possible. I would say that is the definition of America as well. If you want something, if you have a dream, then anything is possible in America with grit, with determination, with passion, with hard work, and with discipline. Anything is possible here. You can become anything that you want. That is the beauty of America, and that's why so many people want to come here and why so many people don't ever want to leave, me included. So America, thank you so much for having me and making my life incredible.
Donald Trump is not going to be happy when he sees this story. The New Yorker has officially released the cover of its magazine in honor of the inauguration taking place on January 20th. The cartoon that will be printed on the cover is called "Two's a Crowd." The caption will read, "On January 20th, 2025, the leader of the free world and United States will assume power." Also on that day, Donald Trump will be sworn in. As we know, Donald Trump has become besties with Elon Musk, even siding with him on certain issues that MAGA loyalists objected to, like work visas. Elon Musk also preempted Trump and stated his opinion, which sunk a bipartisan budget deal in January. Trump's response to people saying Elon Musk will be running the country is that he's not eligible because he's not from America. There are certainly lots of jokes going around the internet right now calling Elon Musk First Lady Elania Musk, the First Buddy, as well as the Shadow President.
Oops, Trump did it again.
Take this extremely seriously, as we have been for the last year and a half, and more of the presidency.
Trump fell asleep once again during executive order signing, and this is after new pictures were released showing increased bruising going up his entire arm now. I would like to know what Dr. Senator Bill Cassidy has to say about this, since he had a lot to say about that executive order. He posted this on Twitter: "I'm a doctor. This executive order is wrong. The president does not have the expertise to make these changes." And he goes on and on and on. Now, as a doctor, Senator Bill Cassidy, in case you did not know, he is actually a board-certified doctor with a specialty in gastroenterology and hepatology. What would you say if your patient came in with increased bruising all over his body, diffused swelling in his extremities, difficulty breathing, and staying awake? Now, as a medical professional, you have every right to have a valid scientific opinion on the executive order, as you so eloquently stated. What's your opinion on this? Oh, you don't have one.